What's Kajal and welcome to my review for Takeover War Games! This was fucking epic, man. Like, the build wasn't all that great because of Survivor Series, you know, and last week wasn't really... And then we had this week on NXT where there was, like, no Takeover, barely any Takeover build. Pretty much all just Survivor Series. And... I don't know if Survivor Series can top this. Like, I was saying for a while, ever since it got announced that NXT was going to be part of Survivor Series, that I was like, yo, this might actually be better than Takeover. After watching Takeover, I don't know if Survivor Series can top this. They probably can't, but you know, we'll have to wait and see. Either way, this card was awesome. Like, the first match alone, the women's war game match, shit all over the Full Gear card, in my opinion. Like, I thought Full Gear was an amazing show, but yo, the women just pretty much just took a shit on all the, you know, the entire card just with that one match alone. It was that fucking good. Now, so let me answer this question right now before we jump right into the pay-per-view, and I'll just, you know, tell you guys what I thought about each match, my favorite spots, all that shit. So, was this better than Takeover than War Games last year? No. For one reason and one reason only. Johnny Gargano wasn't in here. Yeah, I know that might be a dumb reason for some of y'all, but Johnny fucking wrestling is that damn good. And him not being on Takeover just feels wrong, man. It just feels wrong. You know, it feels wrong that we didn't see Johnny Gargano versus Finn Balor. It feels just wrong, man. It just feels wrong. But this was an amazing show. So let's just jump right in. So let's start off with the women's war game match that opened the show. Holy fucking shit, the women fucking killed themselves. Like, okay, now we knew the match was going to be for Raina's team anyway. Raina Ripley, Tegan Nox, Mia Yim, and who the hell is the fourth member? Oh yeah, Candice LeRae. Candice LeRae. It took me a second to remember her name. So we had them. Then we had, you know, Team Shayna with her girls. Now during the pre-show, Mia got tagged and she was out of the match and replaced with Dakota Kai. I'm not sure why they did that. I'm assuming probably because she might have sustained an injury from that fucking ladder match a couple weeks back where she fucking killed herself. You know, like that was fucking ridiculous, man. So I wouldn't be surprised if it was maybe that. Maybe, I don't know, because I don't see why else they would replace her with Dakota Kai. Don't know why else they did that. But this match was epic. So first, I gotta talk about Tegan Nox's ring attire. Now you guys know that Tegan Nox always comes out rocking Captain Marvel gear. She's always been coming out Captain Marvel gear. Usually, I've noticed a lot more. She uses the Kree outfit from the movie, you know, the opening of the film. Now this week, she used that neon outfit we saw when Monica was fucking around with the color settings on her armor to get to that, you know, to get to the red, blue, and yellow colors. She fucked around with it, and we eventually landed on like some neon colors. That is what Tegan was wearing this time. So, hey, I'm not sure if anyone else can talk about that, but I know this is what I'm going to talk about because you guys know I love Carol Danvers. So, match itself was fucking epic, and there were so many great spots. Like, there was this one time with where Bianca Belair was just nailing Raina with her hair, and then I believe it was Candice came in there with I don't know why I said believe Candice. It was Candice because there was only 2 members for the women's war game match. We'll talk about that in a second. Don't worry. We'll talk about Dakota's heel turn in one moment, man. Like, and then she comes in there and starts swinging her with hammer. Of course, she had that beautiful looking moonsault from Io Shirai from the top of the cage. Of course, we all knew that was going to be in there eventually. And so let's talk about the heel turn. So Dakota's turn was up. The timer went off, and Dakota went out there to, you know, be like part of War Games. She goes for a bit, stops, turns around, then kicks Tegan Nox right in the face and starts beating the hell of it. My God, not Nigel. Marlowe's commentary was probably the best of Marlowe I've ever heard. This man went fucking off. I don't even remember half the shit he was going because I was in just pure shock, but the man just went off. He's like, oh my God, what the hell is going on? I'm not doing it justice, man. I can't do it justice. I am no Marlo Ronaldo. But so, yeah, y'all just... Great stuff, man. The guy, she just went started beating the holy hell out of her. Then she puts Tegan's leg through like the steel openings, and then legit starts beating on the knee, and then she grabs the door, and then just starts beating, just hitting the door against one of her injured knees over and over and over and over again. And my God, I was scared that Tegan might have maybe like re-injured her knee because her screams were that good, and so were Dakota's. Dakota screamed. There was so much rage in her. My God, heel Dakota Kai. I can't wait to see that next week on NXT, man. That is going to be fucking amazing, man. Like her screams, yo. I was just like praying for the love of please, Tegan, don't re-injure your knees. Please don't let us re-injure your knees. I'm pretty sure that's what Dakota was thinking when she was smashing her one of her knees against the door. She was like, please, for the love of God, don't let this injure you again. Please, with each one of her. Then she takes her knee brace off. Then the bunch of the referees and Will and Real come there. She pushes Real. I'm surprised he didn't punch her, And from there, she went out. Then she went out of the ring. Then she came back into the ring and started rambling the Hustler more. It was absolutely fucking brilliant, ladies and gentlemen. It was an epic way to start the show, and it was fan-fucking-tastic. But so back to the match itself. Eventually it just becomes a 2-on-4 match because Dakota's out and Tegan was medically uncleared to compete. So it's just Reina and Candice. My God, were they made into fucking superstars here tonight. Candice looks fucking amazing. I'm not gonna say I love Candice LeRae. I don't like her as much as her husband, but she's great. I really did Candice LeRae. I think she was fantastic match. It's probably the best I've seen of her. In this 2 and then Rhea Ripley, she wasn't having that shit, man. I love Rhea Ripley, man. After this, I'm now officially a Rhea Ripley fan. So y'all will see me doing her poses, and while I'm watching her match, be like, yeah, this is my heart. Singing along with the music, man. I love Rhea Ripley now. She's fucking entertaining. Legit. Now, I was like, throughout the match, I was expecting that we were going to see, Mia Yim come out there, and be like, come in there to save the day, throw with a kendo stick, and maybe throw in a table. Maybe she'll be there with Toni Storm, and then you'll be the 4-on-4. But nah, it was 2-on-4 for the rest of the match. So let's quickly talk about the ending, and we'll go on to the next one. So Shayna has her in the I forget what Shayna calls her finisher again. That sleeper hold she puts her in. With the Karafuda clutch. I believe it's what it's called. That might be sort of Samoa Joe's, but whatever the case may be, the Karafuda clutch, sleeper holds, whatever you want to call it. She locks her in there, and by this point, Rhea had handcuffs on because Shayna was going to put handcuffs on her. And so then Rhea pulls one of her hands off of her and then handcuffs her and then puts the other handcuff onto Shayna Baszler. So now Rhea Ripley and Shayna Baszler are now both cuffed to each other, and then she hits her finisher on top of 4 chairs and wins the match, man. It was absolutely fucking bonkers, bonanza. It was entertaining as fuck, and it was a great way to start the show. So let's move on to the second match. So next up we have Pete Dunne, Damian Priest, and Killian Dane. I must say, I fucking love Damian Priest. I love his entrance, man. I love his entrance with the bow and arrow, man. Great stuff. This match was great. I would definitely say probably the weakest match on the card, but that's not saying much since all these matches were fucking amazing were great to fucking spectacular. But this match was great. Pete Dunne won with a sleeper, this would happen to finish. So Pete Dunne had Killian Dane a sleeper hold. Killian Dane from there, he gets a run, it's I believe it's seated sentai, right on top of Damian Priest. Pete Dunne just kind of kicks Killian Dane off him, and then he pins Damian Priest. 1, 2, 3. So, I must say, I gotta praise Damian Priest. My God, that man was impressive. There was this one time where he hit a razor's edge with a Killian Dane, man, and look at his face when he lifted him up from the second row, and then just tosses him. Was spectacular. I mean, I don't know how much. I mean, it must have taken a shit ton straight for him even to lift that fat ass, man. Great stuff. And there's also he hit this huge, beautiful looking dive from the top rope, running towards right at Killian Dane, and Pete Dunne was just Nani? You know, he was looking kind of impressing there. And yeah, overall great match. So next up we had Finn Balor versus Matt Riddle. So Matt Riddle came out wearing Bulls colors this time. Finn Balor was dressed up as himself. No demon, which was kind of surprising because I'm pretty sure Finn Balor always brought the demon for Takeover, but for this one he didn't. I don't know why. I mean, I would have liked to see the demon, you know, again on NXT, but hey, whatever. Okay, yeah. Finn Balor won this match. Obviously, of course, he had to. You know, he had to look strong with this new heel character he's been having, which I fucking love. I love this new heel Finn Balor. Absolutely great. Now, of course, as we know, this match was originally supposed to be Johnny Gargano versus Finn Balor with Matt Riddle in War Games. That obviously changed with Johnny Gargano out. Now, I'm not going to be that asshole, be like, oh, this match wasn't that good. It would have been much better with Johnny. I mean, it would have been better with Johnny, but this match was still awesome. Loved it. Matt Riddle was absolutely fantastic in this match. Great stuff from him. Finn Balor looked amazing. This is honestly the best. Excuse me. This is honestly the best I've seen Finn Balor since probably SummerSlam 2016 when he won the Universal title. Yeah, that long ago. So, okay, this match was great. Of course, there was a bunch of time. One thing I gotta say, Matt Riddle, that man's low-key sense. He legit hit a jackknife power bomb. Hit a jackknife power bomb. Or no, not jackknife power. No, not the jackknife power. The Goldberg's finisher, the jackknife. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. Is it called the jackknife power bomb? Whatever the hell it's called. He hits Goldberg's finisher. Now you guys know. If you guys have been paying attention to some of the more behind scenes with WWE, y'all know there was some beef between those two going on because Matt Riddle had some things to say about Goldberg's performance at Super Showdown, of course. You know, that terrible match. And, yeah, so, man, Matt Riddle's low-key savage. Then he tried to go for a tombstone pile driver. Jackknife, whatever, I don't know, it was jackknife something. Whatever, but where the hell is Goldberg finisher? It's slipping my mind for some reason. But he also tried to hit a tombstone power drive, but Finn Balor counters that to, like, I don't know what it's called, but he put a tag him like right underneath his arm, and then just hit him with an elbow. This match was great. Like I mentioned before, great stuff for Finn Balor. The man looked absolutely amazing in this match, man. He looked absolutely fantastic. And of course, Finn Balor won with I'm guessing this is his new finisher he's going to be having. The 1916 DDT, you know, that one where he lifts them in the air and then drops them right on their head. Looks absolutely nasty. You're scared that he's going to end up breaking somebody's fucking neck with that finisher, man. Looks great. And yeah, by the way, speaking of 1916, who's here is hyped for 1917 in December? I know I am. That movie looks amazing. Can't wait to watch it. Anyway. So let's move on to the main event of the evening, ladies and gentlemen. War Games with the men. Of course, we had the Undisputed Era versus my man, Ciampa, who was rocking some badass looking face paint, I must say. Looked absolutely spectacular to look at. I loved it. JD tweeted something about how Creos ain't got nothing on, which I agree. So, then of course Dominic Dijakovic, Keith Lee, and of course a mystery opponent. They also showed off this tweet right before the match started that they have the guy lined up, but it's up to him if he's going to show up. They don't know if he is, if the invitation's there, but if he doesn't, he doesn't. So, we went to War Games. Of course, you know, you got everyone got there. Match started up great. Keith Lee, my God, Keith Lee is an absolute monster. Like, this man was doing shit off the top ropes. I'm pretty sure he did a couple dives from the top. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did some flips off the top rope or some splashes off the top rope, man. Pretty sure he did some dives over the top rope too, man. Keith Lee, this man should not be as athletic as he. And yeah, there was this one time where he legit jumped right over Bobby Fish, and I want to say Kyle O'Reilly. It might have been Roderick Strong. Jumps over there before he hits them with that. I don't know what the hell it's called, but he just pretty jumps in there and hits them with his body or whatever the hell it's called. I don't know, but Yeah, man, this match is crazy. So then Ciampa gets it. We'll talk about the ending of this because the ending of this match was absolute batshit insanity. Ciampa, what's wrong with you and Adam Cole? Do you want to die? You have Survivor Series against Pete Dunne tomorrow. Why are you doing this, man? But hey, that's Adam Cole for you, baby. So anyway. So that was batshit said. Now we all know. Now we were all wondering who the mystery opponent was. I'm sure a lot of us, including yours truly, thought it was going to end up being John Morrison. You know, we would see Jomo make his WWE return because he signed a contract with them. But we still get to see Jomo in the WWE ring. I thought we were going to see him here at Takeover, but we did instead. Honestly, we probably got something a little bit better than John Morrison. Honestly, if you ask me, Kevin Owens, holy shit! I did not see that con. The crowd went absolutely fucking ballistic here, guys. Everyone's like, holy shit! And my man, oh my god, I love Marlon. It's like, holy bleep! I love Marlon Ronaldo, man. He shows so much intensity in one of his commentary. And when shit gets crazy, he gets crazy. Of course, you had some amazing Mamma Mia! I love Marlo, man. I love Marlo. So, yeah, he came in there. He was even rocking his original KO shirt from back when he was in NXT, the one with like a tape on it, not the new one, which I thought that was a nice little touch there. And even his like a little entrance package thing on the Titantron was about like his original one too, which was also kind of surprising to see. But hey, so they went full on old school with Kevin Owens there, man. And he went as crazy. Yeah, man was landing pop-up power bombs. Man was landing stunners, and it was just batshit shit. He also brought in some tables. No. Adam Cole brought in some tables, and then Ciampa pushes him into one they set outside. Absolutely fantastic. Now, let's end this up by talking about the batshit insane finish. I got mentioned before, Ciampa, what the fuck is wrong with you, man? Okay. So Adam Cole gets on top of the top of the cage like he did last year against Ricochet and the guys. But you guys want to know if I think this match was better than that one? Low key, I might like this more than the first War Games match, or at least the one I saw last year with Ricochet. I think this one might have actually been a bit better, honestly, if you ask me. I'm kind of 50-50 on that, but anyway. Excuse me, I get some water. So, anyway. So he gets on top of the cell. Then Ciampa follows him up. They kind of start brawling for a bit. Then Ciampa puts Adam Cole on top of his shoulder, kind of leans him down to where he has his head in his arm. And keep in mind, there's two tables. Keep in mind, these guys are like 40 feet in the air. There's two tables behind him. Then Ciampa just jumps up, and they land right in the tables. And Ciampa from the carnage just kind of happens to lay on top of Adam Cole, and the ref counts the 1, 2, 3. Ciampa wins. And we even saw Britt Baker there, which I was shocked they even mentioned her because remember, she's part of AEW. So this is technically cross promotion we got here. Vince is probably gonna lose his fucking mind when he's like, what the hell? Why are you putting Britt Baker on TV? She is part of AEW. What the hell is wrong with her? This whole's probably get a mean chewing out from Vince if he finds out that they showed up an AEW star on NXT. But we saw her face. She was in complete shock as well after that match. And then we saw a few replays. And I'm just like, what is wrong with you people? Ciampa, come on! I'm pretty sure Ciampa's gonna be in Survivor Series tomorrow. And Adam Cole got to face off against Pete Dunne tomorrow. In less than 24 hours, he has to face off against Pete Dunne. How the fuck the man will do it after he took that hit? I don't know. The man must be a goddamn Terminator. Absolute insanity, ladies and gentlemen. Absolute batshit insanity. So, yeah, we're going to end it there, ladies and gentlemen. Overall, Takeover this year was fucking fantastic. Not the best one of the year, and I don't think it was better than last year's War Games pay-per-view. But this was an overall fantastic show. Love Takeover. I'm looking forward to seeing Survivor Series tomorrow. And that's interesting. So overall, I'm going to give this show a 10 out of 10, ladies and gentlemen. So hope y'all enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did. Subscribe if you're new. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, flag, and links down in the description box below. And as always, come back for more. See you guys next time.